What are voiced consonant sounds? What are voiced consonant sounds? Want to find out what are voiced consonant sounds? Are you there? But before we move on into talking about voiced and voiceless consonant sounds, I want to ask you this question. Do you know the part called the vocal cord? The part called what? The vocal cord. I said the vocal cord. The vocal cord. Vocal cord. Do you know the part called the vocal cord? The vocal cord. Where is it located? The vocal cord. Okay, what do you know is vocal cord? Now tell me where your vocal cord is. Where is it? Okay, all the details there is vocal cord. Where is your vocal cord? That's the question. You can visit that stuff I dropped. You can visit that stuff. You know, I dropped something for you people. I wasn't stupid doing that. I have a reason for that. Every step I have taught and graduated in English language, we always have these drops before we start learning English class. Are you getting me right? And don't joke with that stuff I dropped. It is expected that you memorize all of those speech outings. Am I communicating? So that by the time we start talking about the part of articulation of a particular sound, when we are pointing to the organ of speech, you will actually know what we are talking about and agree with the fact that yes, that sound is altered from that part. Am I communicating right? So have you located your vocal cord? Why it's important for you to know about that is because when we talk about voice or voiceless consonant sounds, it has to do with the vocal cord. Are you getting me right? It has to do with what? The vocal cord. Because in one of them, the vocal cord is affected. In the other one, the vocal cord is minimally affected or not affected at all. Am I communicating? So have you all seen the vocal cord? Have you seen it? You've not seen it? Go and sleep. You've seen it, right? Good. So voiced consonant sounds. Right. When do you say that the consonant sound is voiced? Are you there? A consonant sound is considered voiced. A consonant sound is considered voiced if there is a vibration. If there is a vibration, a consonant sound is considered voiced. Voiced. If there is a vibration of the vocal cords, if there is a vibration of the vocal cord, the consonant sound is considered voiced. If there is what? A vibration of the what? Vocal cord. If there is what? A vibration of the vocal cord during its articulation. During its articulation. During its articulation. The same as during its production. Are you getting it right? When you are producing that sound, when you are articulating that sound, it is expected that your vocal cord will vibrate. Will do what? Vibrate very well. Do you understand that? So once your vocal cord vibrates, in the articulation, in the production of the consonant sound, that consonant sound is considered to be what? It's considered to be what? Voiced. Is that clear? Is that clear? Remember I said I'm not going to give you the examples. Don't worry, the examples we call under tabulation format. Are you following, right? So that once you see it once, you will know what you're dealing with. Are we together? Now, I will not tell you what voiceless consonant sounds are. We're going to use the knowledge of the known to be able to explain or learn the unknown at this point. The unknown is what voiceless consonant sounds are. Is that not so? And now you know the opposite of voice is what? Voiceless. Therefore, if voice consonant sounds are those sounds that are articulated as a result of the vibration of the vocal cord, what can you say about voiceless consonant sound? Let me hear from someone. No chorus answer. No chorus answer. Yes, Mercy, right? Mercy. Grace. I am used to hoofy carrier, right? The left in the group. I observed the left in the group. How come? They're just saying it. I was wondering when I saw left. I was like, okay, maybe she has finished learning. Alright, tell us, what do you think voiceless consonant sounds are? A bit audible. Audible.
A voiceless consonant sound is considered voiceless if there is no vibration of the vocal cord during its articulation.
Good. A consonant sound is considered or said to be voiceless if there is no vibration or very little vibration, I think it right, of the vocal cord during its articulation. Are you there? You should be there. It's not something I have to say. We said that a consonant sound is said to be voiceless or is considered voiceless if there is no vibration. If there is no vibration, or if there is very little vibration, it is either no vibration, or if there is a vibration at all, it's going to be what? Very small. Are you following, right? Good. If there is no vibration, or very little vibration of the vocal cord during its articulation. I hope you got that right. Now, before we go into listing the examples, because we're going to tabulate something on the board. Are you following, right? We're going to tabulate something on the board. Before we go into that, there are two sounds I want us to now try. There are how many sounds? Two sounds I want us to try. I'm not going to tell you the one that is voiced. I'm going to tell you the one that is voiced. Are you following? So, one of it is going to be. Are you ready? P. One of it is going to be what? P. Are you following, right? And then, of course, the second, we're going to see. The first is P, I said, isn't it? Okay, the second will be B. B, yeah. Because these two are very clear. So let's see what happens. The organ of articulation of these two guys is the same. Right? So what we want to do now is you have P, you have B. Which one is voiced? Which one is voiced? Remember, for voice, you expect that there should be vibration of the vocal cord. And for voiceless, you expect that there should be no vibration. But if there is a vibration at all, it's going to be very small, but you're not careful, you might not even notice. So we have P and what? B. Okay, so your hands, where your finger, where it's supposed to be. Your finger, where it's supposed to be. You're supposed to place your finger somewhere now. You're supposed to place your finger somewhere right now. Are you there? Now pronounce the letter but let's say the sound P. Notice what happens. Then pronounce B. Notice what happens. Pronounce P. Notice what happens. Pronounce B. Notice what happens. Please, when you're okay, let me know. I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask you questions on it. No chorus answer to that. Are you following, right? I will pick somebody and the person will tell us what he or she said. Are you following, right? So, are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so now the question will be, of these two sounds, the P sound and the D sound, which do you think is voiceless and which do you think is voiced? That, of course, is based on what you observed when you're trying to articulate it. When you're trying to pronounce, right? You're trying to make the sound. Alright, so who goes first? No chorus answer. Who goes first? Let's hear from Dave. Let's hear from Dave.
Okay, P is voiceless and B is voiced.
Please louder.
Okay, P is voiceless and B is voiced.
So she says P is voiceless and B is voiced. Are you telling us, perhaps based on your personal knowledge before, what you may have read or what you felt when you were articulating that sound? What you felt? Well, I don't know if she's correct here or wrong. We want to take more comments and then I will conclude. You know, I'm the one that always conclude, right? As the chairman, Ali. No, I'm not the chairman. I'm still growing. Okay, let's have someone from the back. Okay, let's see. So the question is, P and B, when you pronounce the sound, when you articulate it, what do you feel? Therefore, which one is voiced and which one is voiceless? That's the question. You still say the same thing as Dave. He says that P is voiceless, am I correct? And B is voiced. I think that's what he said, right? Sit down. Sit down. Now I'm interested in who has a contrary opinion. Like you don't agree with that. No, feel free and speak, yeah? Speak. He has what? P. Okay. Calm down. You know those two guys. Calm down. I need to hear you clearly. Those two sounds are pronounced almost the same. So if it's not well spread, I won't get it. So please calm down. Let me hear you very well. What did you say? It was. Safety. Was that what you noticed? Was that what you observed when you try to articulate these two sounds? Or you are telling us based on what you've read? Or maybe what someone has told you? That's what you notice. Now please guys, put your hands together for yourself. It's not that I don't have money. If I had money, I would have bought something for all of you. He said that what he noticed is that B had this strong vibration, B as in ball. But P, that he noticed, P has a vibration, but just a kind of minimal, not much, not strong as that of B. So, all of you that commented, you are 100% correct. Are you getting it right? That is what you actually noticed. I noticed that as well, trying to articulate. He had just a very little. That is why some of us might not even notice it. It's very obvious and it's very possible. Are you getting it right? You may not notice it. You say P. And then when you say B, there is this strong vibration somehow. Are you getting it right? Therefore, we can conclude based on the definition of voice and voiceless. In voiceless, is there a vibration? In voiceless, is there a vibration? If there is a vibration, is it not too strong?
No.
Good. Which means that P will be classified as what? Voiceless. And then B is classified as what? Voice. Can we try one more? Can we try one more? Can we try one more?
Yes.
F and B. F and B. F and B. Now remember, please, it is not the sound, it is not the pronunciation of the alphabet that we're talking about. So you want to take note of that. It is the sound. For example, when you're reading your ABCD, that sixth letter after E, the sixth letter, because that's what we're considering, I didn't say it. That sixth letter, how do you read it? Not how do you pronounce it. How do you read it? F. But is that the pronunciation? The sound is what? Are you following, right? Don't worry, we'll come to all the sounds. Then V. The sound is what? So work on that. And So work on that. Work on that. When you are ready, let us know. When you are ready, let us know. Tell us the one you think is voiced and the one you think is voiceless. And let it be based on what you observe. Be reflected on vocal cord. Okay, so Iboza, let's hear from you. V is voice and F is voiceless. Now, question: are you telling us based on what you know, what you've read, or what you felt when you're trying to alter the sound? What you felt. All right. Yes. Audible, you're not talking to me, you're talking to the class. Alright, thank you. So she said the same thing as him. Who has a contrary opinion? They are saying that V is voice. And when you try to articulate the sound, you notice the vibration stronger in the vocal cord. But it didn't feel safe with. Do we agree with that? If you disagree, with us. They are saying that V is voice and F is voiceless. So it seems all of us agree with that, right? Yes. You are very correct. Put your hands together for yourself. Now, why is it that this exercise we've done is very, very important? This exercise we've carried out. Why is it important? They say this is not the kind of English language you talk about going to cram and cram. Definitely, you're going to memorize stuff. My communicating, right? For example, when we talk about the 24 consonants, you must memorize them. My communicating. And then you must be able to memorize their sounds. Their what? Their sounds. How many things have I said? 2. 1, you memorize the list. 2, you memorize the sounds. Then when it now comes to the articulation, there are some of them you may know naturally. There are others you may have to find out, carry out the exercise. My communicating, right? You're so sure that this sound is this and this is that. So you see that we've been able to do something that you are not just here to cram sounds unnecessarily, but understanding how these guys are articulated and why the Englishman has categorized them into voice and what? So it's now time for us to list them on the table. Please make a table. 1 for voiceless, 2 for voice. A 2-column table. A 2-column table.